right, with me now is Victoria Jackson. You want to know that name sounds familiar? Well, she grew up in a Bible-believing, piano-playing, TV-free home. Heaven forbid. She's an actress, a comedian, and probably best known for her 6 seasons on Saturday Night Live. Victoria is an outspoken conservative and a committed Christian who does not back down. You gotta love that. From engaging in political and cultural conversations, and we're happy to welcome her for the first time as our guest on FlashPoint. Welcome, Victoria.
Hello, Gene. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I feel like I'm on SNL all over again. All right, so I want to ask, I got a few questions that I want to ask. Did you experience any challenges to your faith as a member of cast of SNL?
Yes, I did. I think I was the only Christian who's been in the cast, but only God knows people's hearts. But I auditioned for Lorne Michaels, and he thought I was funny, so I was professional. I was there on time. I knew my lines. I didn't really proselytize, but once in a while, when it was appropriate, the topic of God or Jesus would come up, and I shared the Lord with Al Franken once, and the thing is, we got to write our own. Well, we were expected to write our own material, so we could turn down things if we thought they were wrong. There's my little doggy right there. Hey, Hezzy. But I remember one time there was a sketch that I didn't think I should do because it was making fun of prayer. And I went into Lorne's office and I said, I had to wait an hour because he's very important. And then I went in there and I said, Lorne, I don't think I can do this sketch because it sort of makes fun of prayer. And I think if I was kneeling down in the middle of this sketch on the stage, that I would either start crying or God would hit me with lightning. And he said, I understand, no problem. And so he gave the sketch to Julia Sweeney, and then when she did it at dress rehearsal, nobody laughed, so it never got in the show. So, I have a lot of stories like that.
Yeah, that is a good story. All right, but I need to go back up now. I read in the intro that you were a TV-free home, so how did you make the jump from that to being on, of all things, Saturday Night Live?
That's a great question. Maybe I was rebelling against my strict dad. No, actually, my father loved show business. He was in vaudeville. He was a women's gymnastics coach. He was a juggler, trampolinist, etc. So he told us that he didn't want a TV because he loved it too much. He said, I will watch it all night if we have one, and also I want my kids to make straight A's and exercise in our backyard gym. And he was trying to make us physically, spiritually, and mentally perfect, which is a lot of pressure. But when I was a teenager, he said, what do you want to be when you grow up? And I said, I don't know. And he said, well, the quicker you decide, the better you could be at it. And he said, if you could be anything in the world, what would you be? And I said, well, I would like to be Maria in The Sound of Music and live in a mansion with the captain and have 7 children in matching outfits and play the ukulele on the mountaintop and harmonize with them. And he said, well, that sounds like an actress. And I had never thought of actress as a thing. I just thought movies were magical because that's the only thing we were allowed to see was G movies.
Right.
And so then he said, well, I don't recommend it because show business and Christianity don't mix very well. But if that's what you want to be, give it 100%. So that's
good advice. Good advice. So what happened after you left? You left in 1992. What happened after you left with your career? What happened?
Well, I came to a crossroads where I had a great 10 years in my 20s, from age 20 to 30, walking up the showbiz ladder. And of course, there were, times when I was should a Christian do this or not? But it was working out very well. And then I got reconnected with my high school sweetheart, and he loved his career in Miami. He was on the SWAT team, about ready to be the police helicopter pilot job, which he'd always wanted. And one of us had to give up our career for the other one. So because I'm the perfect Christian wife and mother, I gave up my career and lived in Miami for 18 years. I did not like it there. It's our hometown, but I always wanted to escape. There's no seasons. It's hot and humid. There's no show business. Nobody was speaking English either, because Cuba was fleeing communism, and they all came to Miami in my childhood, which is awesome. I'm except that there weren't very many English-speaking opportunities for. There was Telemundo. Hablo poquito español. But so I raised my kids there, and then when he could retire, we were like, well, it's a no-brainer. We're going to go where our children and grandchildren are, and they moved to Nashville, so we moved to Nashville.
Oh, that's great. All right, so I need to get into this before I go any further. You just released a new music comedy album, November 10th. Tell us about the album, When I Get to Nashville. What's in there?
Well, there's 18 songs, and they are all the songs I've written since I moved here. When I was in my 20s, I wrote songs about being 20, and I sang them on Johnny Carson. In my 30s, I sang being 30, where do you draw the line between love and adultery? I'm not a bimbo, sang that on Saturday Night Live. In Miami, I wrote songs about being trapped in the suburbs. Nobody respects a suburban. And now I wrote songs of everything that's happened to me since I moved to Nashville, because God's given me this little therapy thing that I work out all my problems, and then they come out in a song or a poem, and it feels good. It's like therapy. So it covers my challenging marriage of 30 years with songs like How Do You Undo I Do? Oh yeah. And it covers my song called Dear God. I slip in Ephesians 2:8-9 into that song. And then I wrote a song about Minnie Pearl, because my goal is to sing at the Grand Ole Opry before I die. Even though my obstacle might be my voice, but never hurt Bob Dylan. And then I have my children and my mom singing And You Are My Sunshine. And then I have Broken Glass, that's very serious and sad. And then I have Stuck in a Minor. Well, it's on Amazon, and it's not that expensive. So if people, it would be a good stocking stuffer.
All right, so go to Amazon and get your CD. Listen, I hear, though, you have something else. Tell us about your upcoming role in the Christmas comedy Jingle Smells with John Schneider and Eric Roberts. Tell us what's that about.
Well, that is on Rumble on Thanksgiving. It's about political correctness. It's a comedy, and I don't want to tell you what I played because I want it to be a surprise. I had a small part, but it was pretty funny, with Jim Brewer from Saturday Night Live, and it's very encouraging to see some of the SNL people kind of turning conservative. And I think, Jim Brewer and Rob Schneider, and there's a few closet Republicans in show business.
Okay. All right, let me show everybody at home. This is the trailer for Jingle Smells. Watch.
It's very hard to find a place that even comes close to being worthy of your beauty.
It's romantic.
It's about you and me alone.
Wow, look at the two of you.
Merry Christmas, America. Hollywood has canceled Mason Stone.
Stone will be digitally replaced by AI.
Boycott
Stop!
We will no longer be manufacturing Mason Stone characters.
Get them all out of here by Christmas Eve.
You gotta be kidding me.
How'd you get it? Oh, fell off the truck.
There was a truck involved.
The mysterious gift giver has struck again.
If you get busted with those toys, you're done. And you made me an accessory.
Well, you know what they say. Some accessories are required.
Am I smiling?
No.
Jingle smells, stinking all the way.
They called me Jingle Smells.
Yeah, I know.
All right, so the movie Jingle Smells, you can see it Thanksgiving Day right there. I know you guys this is going to be a blast. Victoria, did I see a nose ring on you in that movie?
Yes, I was playing a character who's very opposite of me.
All right, I see the ukulele's back. Come on, I know you got a number for me.
Well, is it okay if I sing one of the songs from my new
Sure, go
CD?
ahead. You bet. Go for it.
Okay, so this song I wrote when I had cancer 7 years ago, but I like to say, absent from the body, present with the Lord, for me to live is Christ, to die is gain, so it's a win-win either way. But I was at my small group and I was bald. They were praying me through cancer, and I noticed they all had prayer requests and struggles too, so that inspired this song. It's a broken world, baby! Tattoo of a broken ukulele, light blue, turquoise lies. He might leave me in the middle of my chemo. I would not be so surprised. Yeah, I got cancer and so did my dog. My car won't start and my sink has a clog. My checks are bouncing but my trampoline's torn. I am not surprised because I've been warned. Oh, on my CD there's musicians, it's not just me and the uke. It's a broken world, baby. I know you agree. The second law of thermodynamics says the world is in a state of entropy. That's a fancy word for broken, you see. The second law of thermodynamics also proves that evolution is a false hypothesis. Lanny's back is causing him pain. Bob's OCD is driving Donna insane. Dilbert's dad, he needs a diagnosis. My dog likes to sing when I'm playing. I quit kissing Daisy because she has some halitosis. Daisy's my dog. My heart is broken and I stubbed my big toe. I just got fired and my food is GMO. I accidentally stepped onto my ukulele, rushing to say hi to my new neighbor, the Israeli. Well, you try to rhyme with ukulele. It's a broken world, baby. Since even Adam gave in. But there's a new world coming. That's why my song has a grin. Jesus is coming soon. Morning or night or noon. To meet him in the sky, in the twinkling of an eye.
That's awesome. Yay. That was great. Great. We're going to have you back. I need more Victoria Jackson. I haven't you made me laugh. It's good. Good to see it. You're very much FlashPoint material. Thank you, Victoria. We're going to keep up with you and come back anytime.
Thank you, Gene.